Hey there, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. I'm going to continue and finish the specimen slide tag flip. And what happened was I hit the stop button instead of the pause button. So these will be two short videos. But what I'm gotten up to, I've got the belly band in here, and I've got the three pocket for the slides put in. So the next step was to do the slides themselves, which is the acetate strips. And I had to adjust my acetate a little bit more because they were a little wide. So let me test them again. I took a hair's breadth off of them. And oh yeah, they slide in there good now. So what we need to do is, I think I told you that the tags were a 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. 2 1/4 has a question mark because that's the part where you're going to have to kind of adjust and make sure they fit inside of your tag. And usually what I'll do is to adjust them, I use my Tim Holtz ruler that has this metal piece on it and an X-Acto knife. And I'll take a self-healing surface like this here, and I just lay it down on there, and I'll run my X-Acto knife along the edge and shave off little pieces as I need to go. So our next step here is to do our tabs, and I believe I explained in the last one about my tab template and how to cut it, and I've got those cut and they're ready to be glued on. And we're going to glue them on to the front right here, and that's going to help us grip it for our next step. And I may have left my glue open. It gets a little top on it. There we go. There. So, and then don't want to put more than one. And we might have to still do a little bit of adjusting on our edges here. Nope, it's right. It's flush. I was explaining on the other one that sometimes I've found that my two wings stick out further than the actual acetate slide, and I've had to trim them down. But I don't think I've got to worry about that today. And sometimes with acetate, you get a little bit of a glue seepage. You got to lick your finger like your mom used to do to your hair when you was young and rub it on there and it comes off. Okay, and then here we go with this one, and it doesn't take too much, so don't be too heavy-handed with your glue and you won't have much seepage. I think I squished mine around a little bit too much on that last one. Okay, and we want it to where just the little neck is sticking out. Okay, 2 down, 1 to go. Where you at? It's hard to see. There we go. And then we got to glue you up. Ooh, okay, right where the neck starts. There we go. Try not to get glue everywhere. I'm messy, so it's easy for me to do. And then my fingers shake, my hands shake. My little bit of stage fright comes out in me. Oh, okay. So those are done. If you chose, you might want to cut those little points off around that with your scissors. I'm not really going to worry about it. Okay, so now, before you put your actual subject on your slide, you want to put your slides in your pockets. So slide those little guys right in there. See how they stick out. Whoop, I think I'm hitting against that little guy down there at the bottom. Okay. Yeah, that one little flap at the end, he's the bane of a pocket's existence. Oh, I think I might need to trim that one just a little bit. I wonder if I can cut it with my scissors. Oh, yeah. It's acetated and too thick. It was bunching up right there at the end. I think I need a little bit more off of it. Ooh. You can take the best measurements in the world, but sometimes they just don't match up to what that item wants to do. All right, so now we're going to take our subjects and, oh, where's my favorite tweezers? Here we go. I don't think I can, and these are my science microscope scissors. I've had those things since I was in elementary school. That's some good metal there. Okay, so what we wanted to do is we wanted to put our slides in there flush, and then we're going to go in and put our subject. So they're going to be in our center of our slide, right where we want them to be. Okay, next is my butterfly. And like I say, I believe I've covered all the bases of scientific field noting. If you're going out in the trail, that's usually what you're going to see. You're going to either be bird watching or butterfly catching or collecting some pretty flowers either to dry or something along those lines. Oh, here we go. Make sure all those ends and corners are down. So we're able, yeah, we got a free sliding one. Oops, that one, what happened? Let me get my microscope, my tweezers in there and see what all the fuss was about. No, I think we're good. Okay, and this one, oops, same situation. I think I had a little bit of glue seepage. Oh, there we go. And it's already dry. Okay, so now my plan is we could go in here and dirty this up. That's why I got this kit here to make some marks and stuff. This is so dark, I don't think I can make any marks on it. But maybe the front. I can make some splatters and things like that. We'll do that in a second. What we're going to do first, though, is I needed my piece to go in on my belly band, and then I need a piece that I think I might put down here in the bottom corner, and it has specimen on it, and this one's the field label, and I thought both of them would be perfect. Let me put the cap on my glue so it won't get all persnickety with me. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my heat embossing, but I'm probably going to have to put you on pause. Oh Lord, let me hit the right button this time. And so you stamp it with that clear gooey stuff, and you set it on there and make sure it's in there good. Press a little bit, little bit. There we go. And then I've got a small one here with specimen that's going on the front. And I gotta get me a little piece of paper. I left room around the outside of that because I might rip it and then ink it. Okay, so there's those two. That part's done. Let me find a paper to put this on. Try not to hit my inking. I did. Okay. Whoops. And this is a really fine black, so it'll pick up all those little letters and numbers and what have you there. Put that back on, and where's my, here we go. I'll do a little wiggling back and forth, And then we're going to do a little flicking, although they say not to do that. I don't usually use it's cornstarch in a little bag. I don't know. I just don't do that. All right, let me set these things to the side, and I'm going to see if my heat gun might reach over here. It's going to be a little bit of a racket, but you might want to see that done. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick that up with our thing, and you want to have something to hold it with that's going to hold it away from your hand because it's hot. I'm getting it warm right now, testing it on my arm. All right. Now, it shouldn't take long to set, and I usually will go on my back side the same amount I'm on the front side to keep it from bowing. Okay, she's done. And I don't know if you could hear me, but I said I went on the back side as much as the front to keep it from bowing, because if you keep it all on that one side, it'll start to curl on you. All right, let's do the second one. See how it's curling? Now I'm going to go to the back. All right, I think it's done. It doesn't have much to do because those are some little tiny lines. And I could have got a little straighter on that one, but oh, you know. Oh, all right. So, yeah, that is too regimented looking, so we're going to rip it. And this little bit of paper is from what was it? A traveling notebook, paper pad. So, oh, did I not do that on the top? Let me do a little bit of more. I guess always check and make sure everything's shiny. It doesn't hurt. It gives the grungy aspect to it. Okay, got that one done. And we're going to rip this one. Is all of that one done? Let's double check. Oh, I've wanted to try a little bit of everything. So, what do they call that? A jack of all trades and a master of none. That's about what I am. Boy, I'm trying to rip this edge, and it is hard because I didn't leave myself enough. Okay, that's good enough. Oh, I tore that edge. Oh well. Rustic. Isn't that the word? Rustic. We're wanting that grungy in the field look to our work here. And let me get some vintage photo and kiss the edges here. And I got that one. Okay, and I'm also going to rub it in there to give it a little bit more of a dirty look. Rub, rub, rub. I don't need to do that with my coffee dyed paper down here because it kind of has that grunginess. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to give our front and these two little pieces a bit of a grungy look with our stamps there. And let's see what I can come up with here. we're done with these two, so they can go to the side. There we go. And what do I want to use in here? I like that little crosshatch guy. Looks like a screen. Let's try that one on here. And we're going to try the splotch. We'll try the splotch. And I've got some archival ink in potting soil. I like that color. It might actually be the color of the ink that's in behind here. That may have been what I used. I think I did. Okay, I'm going to put a splotch here. I guess the guy was out drinking his coffee and a bug crawled on him and he spilt it. We're going to go with that. Oh gosh, I'm always trying to come up with stories. All right, let's go for the green cross-hatching look here. Let's just go up here with it. Now, I don't think I need the second generation to make it a lighter stamp because it's so busy on this background. It needs all of that ink to stand out a little bit. Yeah, let me go up to the side. Like that. That's different. I'm not going to worry about it on the other one because what I'm going to do is use the splotchy one here. This one. Because I think that gives a really neat look. Because it's like a bunch of little dots. Oh yeah. That kind of looks like he set it down on the ground and the wet earth touched it. He laid it down to check out a bug on a tree. Ooh, that was a little dark, but that's okay. All right, now I think we want a little bit of that. I'm going to actually try to do a double stamping here. See if that'll work. Oh, yeah, that's good. That little one's done. I need a little bit more on this big one. Can I get a little bit more off of that stamp? Okay, that's good. We're good. We're good. That looks pretty nice. All right, now this was to go inside here on our belly band. So we're going to get that ready, and we're gonna, what we might want to do is hold this here because you don't want to over glue because you don't want it to go seeping out the sides. So we're going to actually hold it here where we want it in the center, and we're just going to do the belly band. And that'll help you not get it everywhere. And it'll be just enough to hold it down. We got to get it centered. I think, oh, whew, it hadn't had a chance to set yet. I'm already trying to slide it. Okay. Actually, I was trying to rub it down. There we go. And then I'm going to run my fingers under there just to make sure. All right. And then we've got our outside piece, which I'm going to put it right down there. And throw my glue on it. Okay. That's enough. And we're going to put it here. Since that field label's on the inside, we don't really need it there. Plus, I like that one where it was right side up. And you didn't have to turn your head to read it. Okay, what we're going to do now is a little quick decorating. And that is coming about by me dumping my field notes ephemera pack. My ephemera pack here. And we're going to see what hits us. Now, I don't want any of these big cards. These are great for journal cards. And if you're doing a botanist journal or a field notes journal, anything like that, these are perfect. Look, they even have field notes in there, but I liked our ripped off version better. Okay, we don't need any of these, I don't believe. Now here's, I love mushrooms. I got this thing about mushrooms. So we might find a few mushrooms we like. Here's a pretty butterfly. Let's see what he looks like in here. Oh, his colors really go well. We're going to use him right there. Yeah, let me get this where you can see it. And we have, oh, big old toadstool there. I wonder if he would fit there. Maybe there. I'm not too sure about that one. Let me see. I'd rather him be here and that one be there. I think that works better. I'm trying to get it where I'm evened out. And I've always liked this mushroom. I think I've seen him in several places. Let's see if we've got any little, like, there's some stamps. I was looking for some type of little label that might say something. Oh, here's a number. Now see, we never did do our numbers on the outside here. Oh, that's too big. But that can be also something you can do at a later date. I was going to do from the field notes pack over there. That's too big too. I should have got the small version of these. Blue. That blue's kind of dark, so it sort of goes with it. We're auditioning. If that says private collection, that's kind of cool too. This is what you call auditioning, where you're laying stuff out. You're seeing if it'll work, if it looks good. I've got all kinds of those large cards in here. All right. Well, I'm not seeing anything else I'm happy with. I don't know if that butterfly's too big there. Where'd that little one go I just saw sideways? Well, he done flew off. Oh, well. Maybe I'll put a red stamp, because I got a lot of reds in here, it looks like. So we'll do us a stamp. He's been to Zurich to do his work. All right, let's put these down. I think I'm happy with them. I'm usually fussy, and I would go in here and I would take out all that outside edge, as I'm not crazy about it, so it looks flush, but I don't think you want to see me do that. Okay, that's down. Let's take this. I think they call it a peacock butterfly. I'm not sure though, but he's very popular. You see him in a lot of Tim Holtz things. Let's do his antenna. Put him here. Make sure his pieces don't glue down to any of my open holes there. There we go. And we're going to put our stamp maybe down there at the bottom. Sorry, I'm always holding that glue item right up against me. There we go. That kind of evens everything out. All right, I think we're done with this, except for having a few numbers on the outside. I may see if I've got any rub-ons over there that might work. But thank you for coming to visit. And if you see anything like this and want to tell me about it, just drop me a note. If you like more videos like this, please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you for visiting.